Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Kenny's Movie Palace for a special unboxing. The good people of Schiffer Publishing. I got notes here, so I will be panning down because I tackled this book, and this was a beast, literally, to get through. The good people of Schiffer Publishing sent me over a book. I want a special thanks to Clint for helping me out to get this. And I've been a fan of these guys since I was in middle school to being grown up. And this thing is heavy. See how thick that is? And this is Hallowed Be Thy Name, the Unofficial Iron Maiden Bible by Martin Popoff. Martin Popoff is really huge in the heavy metal community. He's written books. These are just a little bit of his books. From Blue Oyster Cult, he's done metal album covers, Kiss at 50, Van Halen at 50. He's done a Judas Priest, an AC/DC, Rush 40 and 50. He's done a Thin Lizzy concert, Guns N' Roses at 40, and he's also done a deep dive into Pink Floyd. This man deserves everything he gets for this book. This book was really interesting, and it took me 2 solid weeks to read this because there is so much information and interviews in this book. I'll just page through it. And I also like when you get a book from Schiffer, they always send you a cool bookmark. And here's their website right here. Right there, schifferbooks.com. And this is a beautiful book. They have two different. They have a leather bound that was it was 666 was the there was 666 pages in this, but it was a oh my god, I can't get my words out. It was like they only made 666 books is what I'm trying to get to. God, I had like a mind fart there. But this book is, and I'll page through it so you can see. These are like beautiful glossy pictures. Look at that. There's nothing offensive in here. A lot of text. That's why it took me so long to review this. It's available now. You can get it at schifferbooks.com. You can get it at Amazon, of course. But go through Schiffer Books. Look at these beautiful pictures. All right. They even have like a concert, like remember like in the 80s they used to have like Coming to Nebraska, Iron Maiden, and they have like the set lists with them and the other bands that were on there. There you go. When I was in middle school and high school, we used to package our books with like paper paperbacks, basically to cover your book covers with paper bags from like the Acme or ShopRite or something like that. And then we would go and just like put like different band names, like Styx, Aria, Journey. But one of everybody's favorites was we were all trying to draw Eddie from Iron Maiden, and the Iron Maiden group are called Edheads. So I got a lot of notes here to take care of. I think the publisher was going for the 666 for like the heavy metal thing and stuff like that. I think if he would have pared it down a little bit to 30 pages or so, I think it would have read better because it kind of repeats itself. They take a deep dive into every album, which is really cool and really appreciate it for fans. But they interview everybody, like from sound engineers to band members, but they kind of repeat themselves going through each of them. Also, there's way too many interviews in here, because when they're going through, say, like Power Slave, or they just go through it, and I like how they go through each song, okay, and how the writing process was done. That's pretty interesting for a fan. But it just kind of gets monotonous after a while after you're reading it, because like one of the guys will say, and it was like they have a whole chapter on the Bruce Dickinson phenomenon, bringing Bruce back when he left, him producing him, it was just like a lot of Bruce Dickinson. If you want to know a lot about Bruce Dickinson, also has tons of set lists from around the country, and from all the tours and stuff like that. Has the origin of Eddie. I was very what page is that on? I wrote it down, but I didn't of course I can't find it now. But here's the table of contents. And like when I was in high school, the big one was Killers, Number of the Beast, Power Slave. When I got out of high school, that was Power Slave was a really big one too. But Run to the Hills, that was always on MTV all the time, and that was just like really a huge song. And here, speaking of Run to the Hills, here's. See, I love the fan art that they do in here, and this guy, he's very thorough with his interviews and stuff. Once again, his name is Martin Popoff, the writer. The colors all burst, as you've seen from the pictures I showed you. The binding is very sturdy. I mean, when you have 666 pages, and when I got this delivered, this thing was, I'm not kidding you, this is like 5 pounds, and it was like packaged beautifully. Had bubble wrap on it, had cardboard, so it like really holds, it really sturdy book. It has all the lineup changes throughout the band. It has all the different performers that played on it. Like I said, it has a breakdown of all the albums and the lyrics, which is pretty cool, because band members go over the lyrics from each of the albums too. It shows you the merchandise from each tour, all the shirts. I was kind of disappointed they didn't go into like the beer, like the Iron Maiden, because my buddy Eric is a huge Iron Maiden fan, and he was going through the book, and he was kind of that they didn't do anything on the Eddie beer that's out, like it's an IPA beer. They have deep cuts of every album, the band's favorite songs that they did on each tour. And when you're reading this, I sold all my CDs, so I didn't have any CDs, but I could pop on like the streaming services and pop on. So it's like you're going to take a deep dive into it, especially like when you're reading parts of the book. You really want to take a deep dive of their library. But overall, if you are a casual fan, okay, you're going to get lost in this, because there is so much to dissect. Like I told you, it took me two solid weeks to read this, because there was so much to comprehend. There was so many interviews from different people and stuff, and I have just like a notebook right here of just like, see, these are all the pages right here of like all the different people that they spoke to. So, but if you're an Ed head, you have to buy this book. You just have to. It's a little pricey. It's $59.99 at Shifter Publishing. I believe it's the same price on Amazon, Amazon.com too, but get it from Schiffer Publishing. I'm telling you, because they package it well. They give you a cool bookmark, which I appreciate, because I usually will just like take scraps of paper and put it through, because I had like little post-it notes on each of the pages that I made notations on. But this guys, this is a really beautiful book. And it's really well worth it, especially if you're an Iron Maiden fan. So I want to thank Schiffer Publishing for sending this over for me to read and to review it for you guys. No, there's a good the band. So look at that. That's so cool, isn't it? So, but highly recommend this. Thanks again, Schiffer Publishing and Clint, for sending this over for me to review for you guys. And I really appreciate it. And go get the book. Go read a book. It's coming up. It's coming up in nice weather. You want something to read, so get this book, especially, and put some Iron Maiden on behind it, and just take a deep dive and remember your childhood from better days. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Be safe and be nice to each other. Bye-bye.